ah. That's how you say hello in the Song of My People. And we call that those who panic.
Wookiee?
Yes! That's what a baby Wookiee sounds like after it's born. Only you increase the decibel range by a little bit. But other than that, it's Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to tonight's game of Tales of the Hidden Path. We're going to be very calm today as we explore Star Wars. That's right. I hope so. Out of context, because I realize now nobody here knows what I'm talking about. So we were up in Amarillo this past weekend to help the 501st up there start their first Saber Guild. They had 4 members. They need 5 to start a temple. We got them about 15 people that said that they were interested. Hopefully one of those will be their 5th. Anyway, one of the IJEs that we ran where we were teaching the kids how to use the Force, our mics we were trying a new mic system, and it was so loud that I could literally talk like this and you could hear me super well throughout the whole thing. So we said that we were going to do a lightsaber training ASMR. And I was like, all right, children, you pick up your lightsabers. And then I was doing this.
I love ASMR. I would watch that.
So that's why I was like, we're going to do our Star Wars game tonight, and we're going to talk in a very cool, calm tone. I do have some stories to tell you about one of my favorite Padawans I think I've ever had in my life, but we're going to wait for that until later. We'll do that after the show. Okay. Just remind me, because I will forget, probably. But hello, welcome everybody. Good to see you guys. It's been a long time. It's been apparently almost 1 month since the last time we got together. We did it, guys. It was a month, and not longer, not shorter, like we had hoped, but not longer at least. So here we are. What was I gonna say? Yes. So these are my lovely players. They are lovely. This is lovely 1. That is lovely 2. That is lovely 3. And that is lovely 4. But go on, go off, Sai. You go first.
Hi everyone.
Weirdest intro ever.
Yeah, what an intro. I'm DM Shanks. I hang out over on Top Down Tabletop, where people think I'm in charge, but Vix is. You can catch us every Monday, where I DM Echoes of Convergence. And you can catch us every Tuesday, where I get to play a sexy sorcerer, and Vix is DMing for Embers and Arcanum. We don't have Tides of Zamali until next month, so stay tuned, I guess.
You say next month, but it's literally like a week away.
Well, no, it's the 18th, dude.
Yeah, but that's like it's like 1 more week, and then it's like May, right? After that?
Like a week and a half.
Like 1 more week. And
I
then
don't know how time works. I've only been on this planet for a few years, okay?
It's a very weird suit.
I'm just a baby. Shush. All right. Thank you, Sai. Akura.
Hi, I'm Rachel. You can also call me Pip, and I'm playing Akura. I'm over at Marquee Gaming. I do art streams on Mondays at 3:30 CST. So if you ever want to watch me do commissions or different random art from games that I'm playing, you can go there. And then I'm also playing in a game on our channel on Sundays at 7 CST that my husband Mark runs, where magic is broken, things blow up. Right now we're in like a hag nightmare crystal. It's not good. So
as one does.
Stay tuned. Yeah, so stay tuned for horrors or something. I play Alkira in this game. She's peppy and she's ready to keep being a Jedi, kinda, but her own Jedi, not like the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Because why would you want to do that?
It seemed a little stuffy, and she wants a boyfriend someday.
Listen, you can have all of those things in the Jedi Order, you just can't call them your boyfriend. You can have as many as you like. You just can't form any attachments.
She has like 14 boyfriends.
I mean, you know.
Here we go.
That's how life is sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, they're my boyfriend, and oh my god, they're my boyfriend, and oh my god, they're my boyfriend. Do
Mace
they
Windu
all
was
do? But somewhere Coyote Mundi's going, that's how you do it.
Did he get it with that head? I feel like no.
He had 4 or 5 wives.
No way.
100%. But it's like his race's cultural thing. He was one of the only Jedi that was allowed to have wives, I think, because they were like on an endangered species list or something. It was something really dramatic. Yeah, it was something really dramatic. Yeah. So, I guess why not? When in Rome or wherever Coyote Mundi is from. Anyway, Lore, go for it.
Hey, I'm Sherry Bombette from Top Down Tabletop, and I'm on the Monday games there. I play Laura over here, though, and she is not a Jedi and not a Sith. She's something in between.
Ooh, that's the first time you've said that. You've never said anything about the Sith before.
Well, I was saying that she wasn't a Sith, but yeah. We don't really know what she is or what she's going to become, and she's sort of trying to balance in between. Failing most times, but...
No. She's a good bean.
Yeah.
The best bean. Pinto. Anyway. Akin, go for it.
Yeah, hey, I'm Martel. I play Akin. Akin's a Mandalorian. He's all about making other people better. Fire team specialist is pretty fun. I also am on here on Wednesdays. I play Artem in Vampire, which should be resuming next week. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you then.
Probably.
Probably.
Beautiful. And hello, everybody. I am Aaron. I am the one of the DMs here on Knights of Silver Moon, and yeah, and that's all I got to say. That's it. All right. I think without any further ado, we go ahead and get into tonight's episode of Tales of the Hidden Path. Episode 1, the beginning again.
Guys, Mentor Cam.
No!
That was perfectly timed for coming back. That was great. Okay, so last we left off on our intrepid adventures, you guys had arrived in Nar Shaddaa about 5 to 15 minutes ago. Not really, it's been longer than that. But you have already made several new friends. Maybe enemies, who knows, because, you cured one of your new friends, Pungi, of his addiction to Java Juice, apparently, and set him on a path of righteousness instead of the path that rocks. So here you found out that this Kelman, Kelman Desal, right? I think that was, Kelman Desal was renting a room from his cousin, an actual cousin, because you had learned that Pungi had more cousins than he had hairs on his face, as I recall. Was renting a room out here in Narshada to this Kelman, mysteriously near the arena in which some shady stuff was going down. You lovingly convince him to give you some keys to let you into this apartment, upon which you find out that the apartment is stuffed to the gills with weapons, explosives, and such, and apparently some plans, not to a Death Star, but to the arena, and probably some rather nefarious deeds. You guys wait a few hours until his return, in which case now the music gets really dramatic for no reason other than you waited for hours, and it's just a montage of waiting, and like you guys are in different parts of the room, and Alcura's like almost literally bouncing off the walls, just like too much caffeine. Let's go. Yeah, I can see like Akin. This is in my head canon. Akin and Laura are staying in the same place in the apartment. They have not moved for the 4 hours. Alcura in every scene is like sitting at the table, sitting on top of the table, sitting over by a window, sitting on top of the couch, looking behind the TV, sitting like with her back on the ground with her feet like up against the wall, like throwing something in the air, and then and then Skylar's just pacing back and forth.
Skylar again? Really?
Oh, listen. I'm a senile old man, okay? You can't...
I know the education system in the States is pretty bad, man, but reading one name after how many months?
Years after years. And still getting it wrong.
Thanks.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on your name tag, because my dyslexic brain keeps putting the K and the Y on opposite sides. Exactly. I'm just a senile old baby. You can't get mad at me. Give him some slack.
I'm just a baby.
That sounds just like me.
Oh, he's Benjamin Button. I get it.
Yeah. Finally, you hear someone enter the hallway, and you hear the keypad go, and you hear the door open, and two individuals stand in the open of the shadow. Wow. How dare you, Martel? The betrayal. Et tu, Brutus! Et tu!
At least I didn't actually say it.
You're right. You are right. Two people stand in the doorway. Would you like... I'm going to put some minis out on this map, because just in case, I want to know where you guys are standing. So, nice. Let me start this video. Boop, be doop. Okay. So, we have here the apartment that you guys are currently in. This is the turbo lift that takes you up and down. I think it was like 3 doors down. I seem to recall that we got to the apartment here. So there is like the bedroom. There's like a little kitchen area. There's a table with some boxes and desks. Oh my gosh. I need you to calm the desk. Not the desk! The desk of doom! Anyway, okay. Where would you guys like to place yourselves? I have here, I think I'll use... There's this one that's like a lightsaber. There's this one that looks like a lightsaber. This one's got 2 little, sorcerer bolts, but we're going to say that this is Sai because 2 guns. Yeah, you got 2 hands, you need 2 guns. And then I have, this one will be not Martel, Akin. Because, a little dagger, a little blaster. So, where would you, we'll say, Sai, where would you like to be?
So just on the opposite side of the kitchen, like I think I would have been taking cover behind whatever the side is there. No, like right closer. Whatever that square is at the like opposite of the door. Yeah, I'd be
Over here?
and I feel like as soon as the door came open, he'd come out like bolt blasters and be like, "The fuck?"
All right, so you're there. And then Akin, where would you like to be? Let me move this a little closer so you can
Yeah.
see it a little better, a little clearer.
Let's say. I could maybe be behind the couch and like
Over here
maybe
somewhere?
say yeah. Sort of hiding behind so you can't see when
Okay.
you open.
I'm back there because there is like a little wall partition here. It's about it gives you half cover.
Yeah, that's perfect. Let's
So
get
put
a
you
little closer.
right there?
Yeah, perfect.
So next to the couch. All right, so we'll say that this one with the sick-looking dagger and the sword is going to be Lore because, you know, she's going to stab us all in the back when she turns to the dark side. Where would you like to go?
Is that like a desk with a chair?
Yeah, over here? Yes.
Yeah, so she would probably like be standing like right
Okay.
against like the wall or like right there.
Right there?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because there's like some little boxes, crates there. There's some crates over here. And then Alkura, because I feel like your lightsaber has razzle dazzle. You know, we'll just do it's like when
That's
you
perfect.
swing, it like almost does like a what's it called? The Sailor Moon sound. It's like
Maybe she makes the sound herself.
probably. So where would you like to be?
I was probably like hanging half upside down off the couch type of thing. And then
Okay.
when you hear the music, or not the music, when you hear people coming though,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, probably like duck behind the couch or something, like behind the arm, trying to like recover quick.
Okay. So just like roll over to the side, combat roll over to the side. All right, cool. We're gonna put these two guys over by the door, and then you can kind of see it. There's like this blue line that is glass, and you are probably about 80 stories up from the ground, ish. Just so that you're aware. Just so
that
you're
we
so
know
aware.
what's gonna happen when we blast someone through it.
Yes, exactly. It's going to be a long way down. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, hold on. Let me. Dun. The door opens dramatically, and as it opens, you see the two individuals there they kind of peer in because I think you guys had all the lights out, as I recall, and then so there's like only the light coming from inside or outside. I should say outside that is going inside, and then you come around the corner, blasters out, and you go, "What the fuck?" Right?
Yeah, it's just like 4.
Immediately get shot at twice. I need to know what your AC is. Because
Who's shooting at me, for the record?
for the record, the one in front, it'd be Kelman. So that is going to be a
Like, don't we have the drop on them? This guy. is
you
able to
just
respond
jumped
that quick.
yes, because you with guns out pointed saying what the fuck. And so immediately in his hideaway that no one's supposed to be in, he is going to shoot first, ask questions later. So he makes two.
I mean, I feel like if he went for his guns, I could shoot him. But okay, mine are
Listen,
pointed at him.
yeah, sure, but he's still going to shoot you as a reaction to you going what the fuck. So
All right.
that is going to be a 18 for the first one
18 hits.
and a 16 for the second.
This is taking place on my turn, right?
This was just in this. We haven't rolled initiative. This was just a like split reaction.
All right, fair enough. Okay, well, yeah, 18 was a hit. Sorry, what was the damage?
I haven't rolled it yet. I rolled the second attack just to see if it hit, so I knew how many things to roll.
What was the second attack?
The second attack was a 16 total.
16 is a miss.
Okay, so just the one.
Yes. But I'm also going to use one of my Deadeye techniques, because when he misses me with a shot, I'm going to return fire and shoot back at him.
Okay, first shot is going to be, where is this? +4. Oh my gosh, why do there so many dices? All right, 9 points of energy damage from the heavy
9
blaster
points.
pistol.
Yeah.
Heavy blaster pistol.
All right, and then immediately as a reaction, I'm going to shoot back, and that's going to be a 27 to hit.
Okay. Let me write down there.
Is it a superiority die, or is it still a D6?
That isn't. What did you roll? You said
A 27.
27. Oh yes. That does definitely hits.
Cool. And max damage too. So that's going to be a 19 energy damage.
19. Beautiful. Calculator. Because brain does not like math rocks. Cool.
I hear
Okay.
you.
All right. Oh, but wait, there's more.
No, that's it. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was just that first round, or that first not surprise round, but just initial reaction. We're gonna go ahead and go roll initiative for everybody.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, I threw it off the freaking thing. Ooh, I rolled a 19 again? That makes it a 27.
Okay, let's see. We have a
I got
27.
26. You beat me by 1.
26. Akin.
6.
Okay.
18.
I have a +5.
18 for lore.
Hey, you got the one out of the way. That's the important part. Oh, let me tick off the shot.
6, and then
Keep track of my 2
Size
magazines as I
there.
throw power cells as I fire.
and then we have these guys have where is their initiative? Oh, beautiful. Boop boop.
Where'd my D10s go?
And then the other one rolled Lore, what's your dexterity?
A +5, 20.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful. We are ready to roll. Let's do this, baby. Okay. First on the initiative is Sai, followed by Alkura.
Ooh. 1 second, I've gone blurry.
He's gone plaid. There we go.
Yeah, well, I guess what I'm going to do is unload on this guy since he shot me. I think that's the first time you've actually damaged me, Aaron.
Don't worry, it's just the beginning.
He's just holding the one heavy blaster pistol.
At the moment that you can see, yes.
Cool. I'm going to shoot at him. That is going to be 24 to hit. And
Okay.
I am targeting his arm. I'm going to do a disarming shot.
Oh.
Yeah. Which means he will have to make a DC 16 strength saving throw.
DC 16 strength saving throw?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I rolled
Okay.
crap on damage, so it's only an 8 energy damage. But he has to make the saving throw or drop his gun.
Alright, this is gonna be. Why have you failed me now? It's 7.
That's definitely a fail.
How much damage was it, you said?
It was only 8 damage on that one. I rolled a 1 and a 2. But as I shoot him in the wrist and he drops his gun, instead of shooting with my other hand, what I'm going to do is use my wrist grapple, and I'm going to shoot at his gun. I don't know if you have a armor class for his gun that fell to the ground.
No.
Okay.
And
Should I?
I mean, it's up to you.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to just say it's like it's a sitting inanimate object, so it's a 10 kind of situation.
Sure. What are you? Oh, you're just trying to shoot the gun like to destroy it, kind of thing.
Nope.
Oh, you're trying to grapple it so you can pull it towards it.
Yep.
Got it. I was like, wait, didn't you just say you used a grap? Sorry, brain is catching up. It'll get there eventually, one day maybe. Okay, so yes, for sure. Go ahead and roll. What did you roll to hit?
11.
Yeah. Sure.
All right.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Then attack, extra attack, and then he uses a bonus action to reel it in, and he just pulls the gun towards himself. And then now that he's disarmed, I've still got 2 guns trained on him. Just kind of shift a little bit behind cover a little bit and say, now do you want to drop him and talk, or do you want to just drop?
Okay.
That's my turn.
Beautiful. Where is my... Oh, it's in front of me. Alkura, what are you doing? I was like, where is my initiative? Oh, it's on my paper.
So like Alcuro was definitely not anticipating like shots to go off.
Yeah,
So,
one of
like,
you hear that first shot hit, and then the other one, there's like a little like a flat panel hologram TV thing. It hits the wall. You just go right in the wall. Ah!
Yeah, so like I pop out from behind the couch where I was hiding, and
Yeah.
I'll like sort of like skid around the corner to kind of where Sai is a little more.
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll be like, wait. I thought we were talking. Now, but I'll hold an action.
Okay.
I'll hold stun for if Kelman or Tor fire at any of us.
Okay.
I'll have that go off.
Stun using like a force power. I'm just kidding. I know it's not that one. I call it the cattle prod. Force. I like to use force taser. Force taser, please. At 5th level. Okay. We'll just mix all of the things together. All right. So we're holding. What if they fire on any of you, right?
Yeah. Or if they run away, like either of those two, if I can have 2.
Do you need? I think you can. Why not? I'm feeling generous today. Why not? Do you need to be able to see whomstever?
Yeah.
Whomstever.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
to see them.
Okay, cool. So then all right. So you'll have to peek around the corner to do so, but you're peeking around the corner. No big deal. All right. So that ends your turn. You have your action saved. Kelman is going to curse in Huttese, which I can't say that here because there's children present. But he's going to curse in Huttese and then reach behind his back and under his his coat. No, he is going to pull out from under his coat. You see a strap that you hadn't realized was on his thing. He pulls around a disruptor rifle, and he drops down to one knee, trains it on I was gonna say Shanks on Sai. One of these days I'll get your name correct.
This would trigger Alcura's reaction though, right?
He hasn't shot yet, but he is.
Oh, this freaking semantics.
He has dropped to one knee. Fuck it. He is gonna shoot. So That will trigger. So he drops to a knee. Because at first I was like, he's not gonna shoot. He's just gonna go down to a knee and then train the rifle. But there's too much writing on this. He has to do his job. So he what does he need to make?
He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Beautiful.
Come on, Alkura. Save us. It's the only hope.
19.
Oh.
Yeah, he made it.
Okay. Beautiful. So then the
Just
gun.
shakes it off.
Yeah, he's like, okay, paint me the mental picture here. How does Alkura's like try and do this stun? What would you say that you would do to try and hold him?
Like you can see her doing something with her hands, like kind of like a sweeping motion and like holding it there. And I'm sure he could feel maybe even like his limbs getting like heavier and like it might be harder for him to like push through for a minute or even like pull the trigger, and he like feels it, but then obviously he can push through. And then you see her go, dang it.
you say the dang it as the gun goes off. And like he's like, because you see him drop to a knee and there's a moment of like concentration or constipation. We can't really tell which one it is, and he just like and then like shakes his head and fires off the gun, also aiming at Sai.
Yeah. Okay.
But, I mean, because you're still there or no? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I
Okay.
did take cover, but I'm still. I have, like, a
What's
blaster.
we'll say, what is it, like half cover?
Half cover's good with me. Yeah. So
What is it? That's plus 2? I can't even remember. Okay.
yeah,
Beautiful.
3/4 cover would be +5.
3/4 cover this. Okay, that's right. I was like, I always get the 2 flipped around because I'm dyslexic. Dyslexic. That's a word, right?
Yeah.
It is now.
Yay! Urban Dictionary, here I come. That's a 22 to hit.
Even with the cover, that's going to hit me with a disruptor rifle, which is not
Jesus.
good news.
And okay, this is now a +4. And this one, and I'm gonna put these 2 together because I need to go back and forth. This is ridiculous. All right, that is in total 15 points of energy damage.
Wait, hold on a second. I forgot I have tech casting.
Did you use your reaction already? You haven't, right?
Not since my turn.
Okay.
I used my reaction that like first
First,
round before
do
combat
that.
started.
Hard.
So I'm going to trigger my energy shield as I see him pulling out a freaking disruptor rifle, and as I like draw back and pull it up, it just deflects off of me.
Beautiful.
Okay, I don't think he's going to talk.
The gun goes,
Bring him down.
and they like you see the bolt shoot up, and it like hits Alkura. You're watching the energy shield go up, and like ricochets up and strikes the ceiling into the light fixture that was off up above, and like showers the area with sparks. Like it breaks down all over the place. Beautiful.
Saw my light flash before my eyes there.
Beautiful. Okay. He is now going to like duck and roll over to the side as his movement like posts up against the wall. And you see Tor there, and he has where is this?
If it's the same as last time I saw him, he should have the same loadout as
He's
me.
got 2 heavy blasters. Dude, he's like pull like it's one of those like the motions are so smooth that as Kelman drops to a knee, fires his blast, misses, and he kind of spins around to off to the side. Tor already has both blasters up and is just like it's like slow motion, like except not that many times. But Lore, you see him because it is your turn first. I forgot.
Lauren Tor are pretty close.
Yeah, Lord. Oh God, this is not gonna be good. No!
I've really struggled
Poor
with that
check.
before,
Wait,
too.
damn it.
Laura is going to ignite her saber,
Okay.
and she's going to put her hand out, but not do anything. In case she gets shot at, she do like the force, force reflect.
Okay.
But she's going to be like, Tor.
You are back here. Are you wanting to shout out so he can hear you? Because you're out of line of sight right now, unless you're
Yeah,
moving.
she's going to move forward 15 feet. So, like, in between those two people.
Okay, so in between Alcora, so you're going to get in the hallway?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you're
Wait.
like in direct line of sight. You sure that's where you want to be?
Hey, you know what?
I trust Tor.
Okay. I mean, so do I. He's currently pointing his guns at me, though.
Okay. Beautiful. So you're holding an action also, or you're holding an action now, and it was force reflect.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Isn't that already a reaction?
No. The saber reflect is.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. This is the Darth Vader hand equivalent of stop in the name of love.
In the name of love.
Beautiful. Okay. All right, beautiful. We did that. And your what is your trigger if he shoots?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It have to be like shoots at me because I only have its range of stealth.
Heard. Well, you are in line of fire, and he is going to shoot.
What is going on?
So that is 2 heavy blaster pistols in your direction.
Yes, dear.
Let me see here. What is the modifiers? I always have to keep switching that. Oops, nope. Let's just do one. First shot is an 18.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Does force reflect stop it, or what's it do?
It would.
That's what I'm thinking, Rachel. Like, it has to be. There's no way Tor would kill
reduces
Dracula's.
the damage.
Do what? I had to roll damage.
Yeah, it reduces
then you
it by
redu-
1 to
Heard.
10.
The second shot is a 10 total, so I think that
Yeah,
misses.
that misses.
And these are +4. Okay. And so then why are there 2? Well, that is a total of 17 points, right? Yeah, 17 points of energy damage. So you reduce it by 1d10?
Second. Yeah, I rolled a 10, so it would be 7 damage then.
7 damage, beautiful.
And it is higher than 10, so I don't get to reflect it back on him. So that's.
He is going to also move over off to the side and out of the way as he fires his guns out. Guns out, suns out, suns out. Oh no, that's the other way. Suns out, guns out.
I would like desperate hope. Sai is just like, Tor, what are you doing? It's us. But at the same time, he's kind of like with his back to the wall, looking at the others. He must be a clone or something. I don't know.
That's our explanation for everything.
It's gotta be clones. You're in it before the end of this little campaign thing. You're gonna have a tinfoil hat. It's like the clones, the clones.
Clones are coming. They're putting clones in the water.
I love that. Okay. Tor ends his turn. He goes up against the wall. You hear him bark out in this alien language. And the other one like replies back.
What language is that?
Undisclosed.
Croatian.
Hold on, I can look this up real fast. Well, hold on. What are they called? Okay. What languages do you speak?
Waileki and Jawa.
These are neither one of those two.
Got it.
So that I have it written down. You said Twi'leki?
Yeah, and Jawa.
I did not. Okay, and Jawa is Sai. Alkura, what languages do you speak? That way I have these written
All
down.
I have is Galactic Basic.
Basic. You basic. Got it. Heard.
Alkura's
Lore.
basic. We learned.
Lore.
Sith and Jawaese.
Oh, we both know Jawa? Crazy. We could have been secretly communicating this whole time.
We figured that out last time that we both speak Jawa, but
Listen, that was a month ago.
I
Yeah.
know.
Akin, what do you have?
I've
You
just got basic and
you're-
Mando.
Okay, that's cool. You're a basic Mando. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for a homeschool Jedi, I'm very disappointed in you, young lady. How do you not know 4 languages? That's fine.
She might have like slacked on those studies and like said she did them, but she
Oh, right.
didn't.
You Duolingo'd it? Is that what you did? Oh my gosh. You reset the R2 droid every time that you were supposed to do it. And like, yep, I totally did it this time.
Totally did it.
Yep, did my homework. Woohoo! Okay, so yes, don't recognize the language. It is guttural. It is short and choppy. But then you hear Kelman. Well, Akin, we'll go to your turn, and then we'll see what happens, because this is all at the same time. So, Akin, what are you doing?
So this seems like a really bad spot that we're in here. Do I have the movement to get up into the middle of the two of them?
What is your movement speed?
It would be 30.
I
I do have a jetpack.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see if we can do some
Change my next turn for sure.
10, 25, 30. I'd say you can using jetpack. We can get you up to here because this would be 35. And the only reason I'd say that is because I would say you can kind of use your jetpack to jump over lore. Like you get up on this table and like
cool.
dive over lore and like roll forward. So you can definitely get up to here.
Okay, and that's
Versus having to get like around and usually like even what is it's one of those like allies are like difficult terrain, but you can't move through enemy terrain, right? So I forego the difficult terrain in favor of you being able to just like leap over her and like roll up and then do whatever you want to do.
Okay, yeah. So what I wanted to do was get up next to one of them, grab them, and throw them inside the apartment. As it seems like I don't have the movement for that.
Okay. I mean, that's up to you. I can get you maybe to the door frame. You would probably be able to, you might be able to like reach around the door and grab, but it would be at like a disadvantage over their advantage because they're not like directly, you know.
I think I'm willing to take that.
Okay. Sure. Because let's rule of cool this. We'll give you the extra 5 feet in your roll forward.
Yeah.
Why not? All right.
So I burst from behind the couch. I yell, "For thousands of years I lay dormant. Who has disturbed my slumber?"
Says the dust bunnies have spoken.
And I will grab Tor.
Okay, we'll see this
With
one
the
over here.
intention of just like throwing him inside the apartment.
Okay.
Ideally, still within like 5 feet of me. So it's kind of like bringing him, grabbing him, and bringing him around.
Right.
And I've got my sword out.
All right. So I guess he'll make a dex check against your whatever your acrobatics
God,
versus
I hope
acrobatics.
it's athletics. Okay, good. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, that's a good start. So it's 23 or less. 20.
I rolled a 1, so
Fuck you!
so you know what? Whatever. He is in the process of rolling off to the side, and you see that as because this is all, of course, again simultaneous. You see Lore extend her hand out. The blaster, that bolt that hits her, still kind of sizzles into her gloved. You have gloves on or no? I don't remember. Do you have gloves? What do you mean you don't know? I don't know. It's never come up before. Well, we'll say you listen.
We'll say that she has.
Well, so there's it sizzles into your leather gloves. Yeah,
Might not
fingerless.
after this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you might need to get them patched. Oh, that's where the punching's for. Or yeah, pungy. He said he could crochet, right? So he can fix your gloves. Anyway, blaster bolt goes in. You dive over her. Roll to the ground, slide forward on your knee armor, whatever it's called, like those acrobat guys that like skid on their knees. You see Tor is in the process of rolling around to the side, and you grab the back end of his like Western style, like what's it called, the gunner cloak thing, that they
Duster coat?
Duster, yeah. You grab him and like toss him back and around. He is going to fly backwards, and since you're low, we'll have him. And he rolled a 1. He's gonna like stumble back and then trip over you to where he falls prone behind you. And like, there's like this little thing I put, because everybody needs to have where do you put your boots when you get home? So it's like a little like bench that you can sit on, but then store your boots underneath. It's really cute. Got it from Costco, and he falls back against that, and you just hear him like crack on it and roll over, and you hear him like yell out again in pain in this alien language. In this moment, ooh, you are up close. Akin, make a perception check for me.
Okay. Not at disadvantage?
No. We'll say just regular.
Okay.
No advantage.
12.
12? Okay. Yeah, you see him tumble over, and he like rolls onto the ground. You can see him like wince in pain, but it happens all so fast that we move on to the next thing.
I missed it.
You missed it just a little because this was a high DC. Well, I was like, just in case.
The Cylon, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a real high DC there. Okay. You hear Kelman yell, "You don't know what you're getting yourself into." And that's all he's going to say at the top of the round.
Well, you can tell us, or you can die.
We
All
do
right.
just want to talk. I mean, for real. I mean, you guys did two first, so.
You hear in response Tor say something again in the alien language. Sai, it is your turn. But it seems like he is communicating with he is saying something back to Kelman for whatever Kelman had just said.
I'm so conflicted right now.
I know. Isn't it great?
Part of me wants to just put both blasters to the back of fake size head, but like, what if it's actually him and he's being controlled? I don't know.
It's scary.
Yeah, I think Sai's gonna run to the door as he stows one of his pistols and pulls out one of those famous deadly detonators. Yep, one of those.
Oh no.
And he's literally going to stick
Taking you
it.
with me.
He's gonna stick it out the door with his thumb on the button and say, "Drop
Wait,
your weapon."
so you're gonna
blow
come-
half this. Yeah, I'm gonna go over everyone there to the doorway.
10. You're gonna, well, because he's on the ground. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can get to like over here, but there's like a lot happening. So you can like, I guess we'll do it from the side over here because you're not gonna be able to get with your movement and trying to get past. You're either gonna have to go around Fallen Tor because you can't go over him.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, if I can
Martell's
move that
or
way, yeah.
Atkins in the but Atkins in the doorway here. So you either are going to have to do it from this side or you step out into the hallway.
No, so that side's fine. I literally just need to get my arm like 6 inches out the door. And then, yeah, just literally with hit thumb on the button and say, you can either put your guns down and talk, or I'll blow half this fucking building away with you.
Crap. Okay. Make a persuasion check for me, please, or intimidation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same.
I
to me
was
either
trying.
way.
It took me a second because I was like trying to remember what the word persuasion.
I'm not good at charisma, guys. So
And I go, yeah, in the background.
What the? Yes, it changes it to like disadvantage because he's not taking that seriously.
So I rolled a 2 with a -1, so 1.
Oh.
I don't have like advantage or something, do I?
Beautiful.
We've been getting inspiration for this game.
Cherry has it.
Do I?
Unfortunately. Yeah.
I think I do too, yeah.
Dreamy
What does
gave it to
human
you at the beginning of
defiance
the
do
game.
again?
You added
Is that
D4.
given? Oh, that's not gonna be enough. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
How much do you believe in yourself? Because I can give you advantage.
I believe in the heart of the cards.
Fuck. All right. I guess Akin will kind of take his eyes off of Tor, look at Kelman, and say he'll do it. He's a moron.
And you are sticking your hand with the detonator, like
Yeah.
in his basically in front of the two of you, right?
Basically in his face.
Beautiful.
That's a 17 on the reroll.
17 on the reroll. Okay, and then this is going to be.
I need 4 more detonators for that, Shiv.
Oof,
I'm
okay.
proud of that one.
Okay. 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 All right. So, Akura, it is your turn. With the music
Okay.
drop. Akura, it is your turn.
Oh boy. What is
The situation.
Kelman
Oh, Kelman.
doing?
Kelman is on this side of the wall, so you can't see him.
Okay, and then
All you can see from your vantage point is Tor is on the ground, or this guy is
Okay.
on the ground. Because I don't think you personally haven't met Tor, right? Or have you?
no.
Okay, so you see this guy is on the ground, the one that
Yeah.
everyone's all excited about. You see Sai over here with a thermal detonator with his hand out of the out of the window, out of the door. Thank you.
Okay. So
And Atkins there. No, Atkins like still like crouched down in front of the doorway, so you can kind of see. You can still see out.
okay. I'm gonna like go forward to like stand in front of Tor.
Oh, moving up to stand in front of door. Okay.
Yeah. And like wave a little bit, like, hi. Hey, you two. We don't like Crymora either, so we're trying to talk. Okay? That's my turn. Can I persuade? Your best friend Sai is right over there.
Yes, you
And
can.
your other best friend Lore.
You could definitely, because you were saying this to Tor, who's on the ground, like looking up at you currently.
Yeah, like calling out too for the locality.
Yeah, so the other-
here, like, but definitely like looking at Tor, like, hey.
Yes, Fix, exactly that. Talking to them like
You
they're
know who
five.
This is your friend.
I love this.
He's
I
here
love
for a
it.
sleepover.
We like our friends. We don't shoot them or blow them
We
up.
don't shoot our
Probably like
friends,
25
Tor.
years
Sai
older
is
than her.
friend, not food.
Yeah, exactly. All right, make your persuasion check.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
What sound does the thermal detonator make?
I'm about to find out.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on 1 second. All my ability. Sometimes I can do abilities with charisma, so I'm just making sure that.
I do love that this is a song for the Inquisition.
Okay. So that would be a 19.
Okay. All right.
And then seeing how softly Alcura is approaching the situation, I think Sai's gonna like look over his shoulder and be like, Laura, if he tries to get up, kill him.
Okay.
Good
Beautiful.
cop, bad cop.
Good.
That's exactly it. yeah.
So you. Okay. Nice. That made this way easier. Okay. That ends your turn, Alcura?
Yep.
Kelman drops his disrupt rifle. And in a quick, like, he just like drops it so it like falls to his front. It falls in front of him on the strap. And in a blinding move, grabs a tech blade and makes a slice for Sai's hand to remove it from his body.
I forgot about the ready to action. This is my fault.
He's going to make 2 tech blade attacks to try and remove the problem.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I don't think that this is going to take your hand off, but that is what he's going for.
That's
Because
totally
I
justified.
could always
You-
roll a 20.
you had him going, and then you said shoot him if he gets up, and that steeled his resolve in the opposite direction. So, the first, this is bananas, fucking bananas. Okay, breathe. First one is an 18.
That is there any cover provided by the wall?
Because he's going for your hand that is sticking outside of the door, which is what I was specifically asking about. If your hand was sticking outside the door.
Okay, but the 18 is my armor class. If he's targeting a small part of my body, doesn't that increase the difficulty?
Man, cyber, it would.
Called shots used to be a higher armor class, but if not, I'll use my energy shield again.
We'll say the first one
People
misses.
roll at disadvantage too, is what I
No.
heard.
Because this is I'm just going with the target that is literally in front of him, holding holding the bit.
I don't mind using the energy shield.
Okay. I would say use the energy shield just because you see it happening. It would be your best call.
Absolutely. He starts swinging for me, just beep.
Yeah, he
Energy
like
shield goes around.
because he drops it's all one motion. You're realizing that both of these, well, except for fucking loser who rolled a 1, but you realize that their motions are not you, the other guy. You're realizing that their motions are not like, these aren't just like hired guns. These are they're acting in a way that is like trained assassin. A trained assassin. Like their movements are calculated, and there is zero wasted movement. So that first attack was I said it was 18, right? Your shield goes up.
Yes.
What is the what is your new AC now?
My new AC is 23.
The second one I rolled was a 20. That blade goes whoosh, whoosh, and like he uses that attack to move here and like roll to the other side on this side. Crap. Well, here we go. Okay. Those were his 2 attacks. Lore, what are you doing? I was like, yeah, that's it. That's all he's gonna do. Actually, yeah, that's all he's gonna do. He's gonna stay there because I'm like,
is very conflicted. She's just like, I'm not gonna kill my friend, and then like says a little bit quietly, unless he's a fucking clone. And so like she sort of like peers around Ulkura, trying to see if there's something off with him.
Beautiful. Are you doing anything?
Like a sort of maybe like a check to see if there's anything.
Insight check.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. A 17.
Are you using the? Well, I'll put it this way. Are you using insight, or using like force insight?
I would say probably force insight, since
Beautiful.
she doesn't really trust just looking anymore.
Okay. Then I'm gonna send you a message.
Another thing I have to keep secret. Gosh.
You do get a lot of messages.
It's fine.
Because Lore can see beyond. She's really magical.
Okay.
Cool,
Make sense?
Cool. Yep.
Okay. All right. Are you gonna do anything?
Is there any space for me to move past Okura, or is that sort of just?
Yeah, I'll say that there's like one square in front between the two of you.
I could even move, like, I can squish to the side or something.
Yeah, I mean, you
for
can
her.
get past. You can get past for sure, and there is one space that is like directly in front.
Okay, so She is going to use a force power
Mm-hmm.
called Choke.
Mm-hmm.
So Tor's going to have to make a Constitution save throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to be an 18 total.
Okay, so he's going to take half damage then.
Beautiful.
And the damage is... what? 5d8.
5d8 for a choke. Oh my god!
So half of 23.
Half of 23? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right. Alkura, you watch as Laura like kind of shoves past you, looks down at this man on the ground, and extends a hand out to him.
He's expecting
And,
like a reunion.
yeah, and immediately you see Tor go like clutch at his throat and start to you can see it like the bulge in his throat of like the airway trying to breathe and him not being able to.
Lord, what are you doing?
Beautiful.
It's like, what the fuck?
I love this. I love it so much. It is now. That's the end of your turn, Lore.
Yep.
It is now Tor's turn. And one hand on his throat. He's going to reach back and up towards you. And as he pulls his arm like that, you can see the sleeve kind of pull down. There is a arm like bracer that was beneath his sleeve, and you see him just like move his arm to the side, and a blast of carbonite is gonna fill the space to cover both you, Lore, and Alkura as it blasts outwards. This jet of carbonite. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Is it possible this would be disrupted by me? Like maybe give them advantage or something to the save?
Wait.
Next to him.
How are you going to disrupt? It is a tech thing, so
Okay. If
it's like a wrist launcher.
Yeah, maybe nothing then. I just sometimes it's casting spells is weird when you've got someone in melee.
Oh, I see. It just says it's a beam of carbonite energy from his wrist launcher. It goes in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw.
17.
17?
21.
21? Okay, you both pass. You needed 16 to beat, so you take half the damage.
Nice.
That is... Is this 6? Oh no, it's more. Oh, I did this all wrong. It was I did the wrong numbers. Sorry. It's 10 dice, but it's 10d6. Not 10d10. I was like, this is really high. And then I looked at it again. I was like, oh, never mind. Oh, beautiful. So I rolled exactly the average anyway. So it's 15 points of cold damage because you succeeded. So it would have been 30 otherwise. Okay, and it's only... Oh, this is not bad. So if the damage reduces, your creature the creature to 0 hit points. The creature is frozen in carbonite for an hour. So it's just a little carbonite freezing, not like a lot of carbonite freezing. As the smell of the carbonite gas goes off in this closed in space, this is no real effect, but there is a little bit of PTSD that hits Sai. He's like, no, not again. Beautiful.
Yeah, he's just like pressed against the wall.
You just hit as it goes off and strikes the both of you in that cone. Beautiful. That is the end of Tor's turn. He is going to roll over, right himself up.
Does choke not restrict him in any way?
It just can't. It just prevents him from breathing and does damage, I think.
He also succeeded on the save, so
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
But I'm still saying that it's still like choking him. He's just pushing through, and it'll say that as he rolls up and like slams against the back of the counter over here, his like head hits one of the racks of dishes, and then like dishes fall into the sink and clatter everywhere. Like it is now becoming a big struggle bus. Beautiful. Tor, that was the end of Tor's turn. Akin, it is now your turn. You are standing right here. He is over here.
Okay.
On this side.
So is he's standing? He's not okay.
Correct. Yeah, he's up standing now.
Interesting. I guess bringing him down is what he would probably decide to do.
Okay.
Laura, you have your lightsaber out?
Yep.
Ooh, that's right.
I'm going to use Greater Commander Strike as a bonus action. So you get to attack, and then I'm going to attack him twice as well.
Ooh.
And if you succeed, then I think I get to roll a d8 and add that to your damage.
Okay. So does a 23 hit?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Add 7 to whatever you're rolling.
okay. So that is 20 damage.
20 damage.
God damn.
Beautiful.
I assume he's still up and looking fine. Okay,
Yep.
then yeah, let's go sword mode.
All right.
Okay, 21 hit.
21 hits.
Okay. That will be 10 damage, and then
Beautiful.
still fine.
Yep.
Okay. What about a 19?
That does hit.
Okay. That is 12.
12. Okay.
Yep.
12 damage. Beautiful. Still up, but you see like his he's like blocking with he takes a couple of direct hits, but then manages, I mean, we're still like saying those hits are still like wearing him down, but there's so many close calls in the way he's like dodging to the side or like struggling with your holding the blade like from doing like a very lethal stab and like pushing you off that like you can tell he's on the back pedal. Or on the defensive, I guess is what I'm saying. But cool. You did quite a number on him. That's crazy.
Does Akin move from the doorway at all as he does that?
I probably should, huh? If
You want to get like directly in front of him right there?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Sai, you went blur mode again.
Mother, it's the energy shield.
Yeah, it's
probably right.
This
Yeah,
is Star Wars,
being
not
immersive.
Dune. Well,
There it goes.
I have an energy shield. What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah. Fair.
It made me blurry. Gosh.
I cast
It happened
blur on
when I was-
myself. Literally becomes blurry.
It happened because I was gathering all the dice I'm going to need for my next turn.
Ow, ow, ow! All right, let's go. What are you doing?
It's to me.
Yeah. Yes. Top of the round. Sai.
All right. Sai's going to move into the doorway so he can see out into the hallway.
Okay.
And as he does, he's going to lock eyes with Kelman, say, "I warned you." And he's going to activate the deadly detonator, and he's going to throw it far enough that the doorway is, like where I'm standing, is more than 20 feet from it, but not much further. So, like, yeah, whether it's that square, the one next to it, or whatever it might be.
Okay.
I'd go further out, like closer to the window. Like, yeah.
Okay.
So he's within 20 feet of that, and I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, priming the detonator, chuck it out into the hallway behind him. He's going to need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Is there a timer on this, or is it instant? Like,
No, it's an impact, yeah.
Beautiful. A dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Okay. How do I just clear? Can you just clear? Okay. 7. Wow. This is so bad. 16.
That's a fail.
Okay.
So, he is going to be taking...
Oh, God.
3, 7, 12,
Sir.
18, 22, 27 fire damage.
Okay. Well, I'll make it my
And-
calculator. Oops, nope. 27. All right. Okay.
Yep, I'm working it out.
Oh, you're good.
20, 26, that's 33, 39, 45 kinetic damage.
Beautiful.
I
Okay.
think that totally is 72 damage, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your last
And if he's
one?
not dead, he's being knocked prone.
Okay. So what happens is this. Oh my god. Hold on. Where is So you throw the detonator. It goes like past him. You see him go, oh, poodle.
You missed.
And the camera pans out to the outside of this building as like pedestrians are walking down in the streets below. This child goes, "Mom, I can't wait to go to school today." And then a portion of the building outside explodes outward, raining destruction and debris down on the citizens below as glass shards of concrete, steel beams blow out from the side of this wall. The entirety of the apartment is filled suddenly with smoke and like the blast that comes in through the door. I'm gonna say that you probably just like scoot out of the way, and then
take cover,
probably as you toss it, move in. The inside of the apartment is covered in smoke and debris, as like the explosion takes out this entirety of this wall. Let me go ahead and remove this
Yep.
and this.
Yep. Hey, we're gonna find out what's in that other apartment.
As everything just goes.
A woman and her child, sigh.
Oh, don't live next to terrorists then, I guess.
I want to explore the irony that last session Sai was lecturing Alkura about blowing up an arena with innocent people.
That was intentionally killing tons of innocent people. There might be collateral
Couple
damage.
bystanders.
This
What am I doing?
this blast here covers this floor, the floor below, part of the floor below that, the floor above this also collapses down, and the floor above that is like now badly damaged. There's like a crater in the side of this building now. Okay, and Kelman is nowhere to be seen. He had 1 hit point left.
He was still willing to fight like that with 1 hit point left? Like,
No, he had 1 hit point left after the explosion. Whatever happened to his body after that, who knows? Because there is now everything falling down below.
yeah. Presumably, even if he fell 1 story, that would deal at least 1 damage. So
Not in Star Wars.
Yeah, when they fall into a great unknown, that means they're alive.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's gonna come back.
It's fine.
I've got another detonator.
Beautiful. Sai, that's the end of your turn.
I mean, I could still shoot Sai in the back of the, or sorry, Tor in the back of the head, shoot myself, yeah.
That's up to you. I will say everybody right now, everything is obscured as for the next 2 rounds. You can't see but like 5 feet in front of your face. Because of the amount of dust and smoke that is in here. And a little bit of a flashbang, because I would imagine at that explosion, there's like the heavy tinnitus that is now affecting everybody from the blast of this thing. There's the ringing, there is everybody probably prone on the ground at some point, just either from taking cover or from the blast shockwave of this wall being blown inwards from that explosion. Wild. Okay.
Yeah, I'll end my turn. That's fine. Everyone, I feel like I've done enough. Everyone okay?
Alkura, you just hear.
Oh yeah.
From the blast that has knocked I'm gonna say that Lore we're gonna slow things down just for a second. In this like hyper quick moment, what would Lore have done as the explosion starts to go off? There's like that like slow motion of the fire and inferno and the wall caving inwards towards you guys. Would you have protected yourself? Would you have shielded Alkura? Would you have ducked for cover? What would you like to do? I'm going to give you a reaction here because why not?
Who is right next to her? Is it like Tor?
She's right. Tor is directly in. No, Akin's directly in front. Tor is up against this wall. Alkura is right behind you.
Okay. She would, protect Alkura.
Okay. So, is there any of the force powers you have kind of have like a shield or besides the reflect?
Just the reflect.
Okay, that's fine. I was just curious. We're gonna say that
force propel, but I think I'd have to like.
I feel like that's a Superman jump off the ground, force repel, repel yourself. It's not, but it sounds like it. We're gonna say for Poodoo and Giggles that you are going to there's like a little bit of like a force wall that you kind of create as like some of the larger pieces that would have smacked you both like get caught and just kind of reflect them as you both kind of take, not necessarily dive for cover, but you just kind of like crouch down to the ground. Alkura in that moment, like it happened so fast. 1 minute, there's like the chaos. They're expecting this reunion. Tor is now choking himself. You get sprayed with like the equivalent of like a fire extinguisher, just like this cold blast of like that goes out in your direction. And then all of a sudden there's an explosion immediately after that. And now it's just this ringing in your ears. There's dust everywhere. Like, what are you doing?
I I genuinely, like, I don't know what she would be doing. I almost wonder if I just wouldn't take a turn because she's just so shocked, because I don't think this went in
Anywhere.
any way what she expected. And like the fight already threw her off. Then choking Tor was even more confusing.
Yeah.
And she definitely thought Sai was just bluffing with the grenade. So
Until he
having it
wasn't.
go off was like even more shocking. So I think she's just, honestly, I think she's just standing there like her jaws just dropped and like she just doesn't. Like
there's like the dust, the ringing in your ear. There's like still like movement that's happening. All right, yeah, that's fine. I mean, you could totally just be like in shock. And
yep.
Yeah, Kelman's toast. Lore, what are you doing?
Apart from already like blocking.
That I'm just that was for more for fluff. That was just like I was just seeing. I'm waiting for that dark side turn.
Let it happen. Like Sai did it.
She's going
Sai's
to
never been
try
light side.
to push up towards where Tor is, and she is going to use her lightsaber to attack.
Beautiful.
And it'll be 3 attacks because she's got extra attack and I can use it for a bonus also.
Beautiful.
Just give me a second and I'll start rolling. Does 19 hit? For
Yes. Yes.
one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 7 damage for that one. And then 21 hit. Which
21 definitely hits.
will be 13 damage.
What was the first hit? Sorry, I missed that because my brain short circuited.
19 and 7 damage. So 7 damage, then 13 damage.
Okay, so 19 damage total.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
He's still alive?
Yes.
Can I do my last one? Okay.
Of course.
So 23 to hit, so that hits, and it is 6 damage. That's it. Wait.
7 damage, you said?
6 for that.
6. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. He's low enough in his health that this is not going to be a near miss. How are you stabbing him? He's not dead, but I just want to know how you're going about this particularly.
Like, are you killing him or not?
Well, yeah, I just meant like the moves specifically, because what she does now affects what he does in a second, and I just want to see like, is it just like a jab, a stab, a slice, like did you get up in his face, kind of
slicing, trying to corner him.
Okay.
Basically.
Oh, he's cornered. He's against the wall.
Yeah.
We'll say you did 2. It was 2 attacks, right?
3.
3. So slice, and then down across the center. It's just a quick like almost fencer style, just like quick slashes. The duster that he wears like slices open. You can see the burn gash wounds on his body of the saber burning through his flesh. He's going to lose concentration on something he's been holding on to for a second. And now, in this close proximity, you and Akin see his flesh melt around his face. Just for a brief moment, it shimmers. And that's where we're going to go to break. You didn't think I was going to give you all the answers right now, did you?
Kinda, yeah. a little bit.
Kind of, yeah. I did. What does it take? I just blew up a building.
How many
More
other
if I
buildings
have
do I have
to.
to blow up?
Yeah. Beautiful. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, guys. On. Boop. Okay. Tor has taken a couple of really brutal hits. He's looking wounded. There is definitely a there's definitely some flesh wounds, and though the lightsaber wounds definitely cauterize, the blood is not red. There is a stealing of like resolve, and I think he's gonna go in for the knife, the tech blade to Laura. I don't think he's...
So like the image around his face distorts, but we don't see like what's behind it.
His face distorts.
Oh, his whole face.
His face distorts.
Okay.
The first attack is going to be a natural 20. The second attack is a 23.
I'm gonna use deflection for at least one of them.
Okay.
That is D6.
Four.
Yeah. You only get up to 20.
Okay. So it deflects one of the attacks, right? And then so the other one goes through. Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 10 total points of stabby damage, kinetic damage.
Okay.
And he is going to... He can't go anywhere. Crap. Yep, nope. Nope. That makes 2 melee attacks. Okay. He does have an option, though. Oof. No, he's in for the long haul. He's going to try and do the most that he can. Which means I don't know how these work. I think that this is an action, so he would have had to have done that instead of the attack. Okay, we'll just... You can see him as he like does the stabs towards you, gets deflected, goes in for a stab. His other hand is like reaching into pouches. It's like he's trying to find something. Okay, that's all he can do. Akin, it is up to you.
Yeah, let's go sword mode. And I...
Okay.
He's taking a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. And now you can tell he's getting desperate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta cut that off then. Okay. So 1 strike of the sword, that is an 18?
That hit. That's just barely.
Whew.
Or that makes it DC. 18 is the DC.
As just barely as you can get.
Yep.
Ooh, 13.
13 points of damage. Oof. He is not looking great.
Okay, 1 more attack. Well, its DC is now, yeah, that hits. It's actually another 18.
Beautiful.
Come on. Okay, that's just 11.
11?
Yeah.
How would you like to do this?
Nice.
So I slice at him at the hand that is like going for something with the sword. And then basically I take it and I just like punch him in the face essentially with the hilt. Hits head, slams back of the wall, down.
Beautiful. There's like still the dust that's clinging to the air from the explosion, and you're for Akura, like I said earlier, Akura and Laura, you're just seeing like these movements in the shadow, and cinematically this would look super badass just because you have the light from outside, but it's just like, so you're seeing not necessarily the bodies themselves, but the shadow of the movement through the rays of light that's coming from outside, but it's just dust, and so you're just like boom, 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 and then this quick, there's the light from Laura's saber, and you hear the crunch and crack of something hitting like a cabinet. This music just switched on me.
Oh, it's whimsical, yeah.
Yeah, now it's whimsical. Yeah. And then you see a body fall in front of you. Between, we'll say he slumps down forward, falls between Akin and Lore, hits the ground. You see this vacant expression of Tor's face melt. And a Claudite reveals itself. They are the shapeshifters of the Star Wars universe. Oh. A reptilian-like face, gray skin, ridged, the eyes like kind of widen out a little bit, and it just stares dead in your direction.
There you have it. Wasn't him.
Wasn't. His mind was
We
not
gotta
right.
get out of here. Go, go.
Yeah, it's time to run.
Okay. Where you get, you're like, yeah, you turn around and there's this big open space 80 stories up as the wind is now starting to suction the dust and the air out from this space. It's not like you're gonna get sucked out into out in there, but it's at least now the air is circulating at this level. The wind is blowing out all of that dust and debris, and you can see now the clarity and the openness of this side of the thing.
Sai's gonna. Sorry, you go ahead.
Well, for like going out, I think the first thing, like, I don't know what anyone else is doing. She's almost not like paying attention. She's like wants to run out to the edge, and she's like sort of looking frantically over the edge to see if it looks like anybody's like hurt or if there's anybody like in some of the explosion part of it.
I think Sai's gonna like try to hold her back from doing that. Don't show anyone your face.
I'll just like, I kind of like push past him a little bit, like, if people are hurt, I don't really care right now. And she's like just is trying to like peek over.
Make a perception check.
She'll be more careful because I told her to, but
Yeah, but
she still wants to. 12.
okay. You peek down at the floors below, and you can see, like, we'll say it's like over here on this side, on this far side, there's like a doorway that is blown open, and you can see that there is a oh my gosh, Greedo is a Rodian couple that is down here, and they're like looking out of the walls, and they're like, who did that? They're like talking in Huttese, and they're just like wondering like what is happening. You can see some of them have like, one of them has like a little bit of blood coming down their forehead, like they got hit with something, but they don't look in mortal danger at the moment, but you can just see like they're just kind of like seeing what happened, why this wall is this skylight suddenly appeared on the side of their walls.
Right. Yeah. She just wanted to make sure no one was like buried alive in the rubble. It doesn't look like
Yeah.
anybody looks like they're like
You don't
really,
see
really
there
hurt.
doesn't see anybody. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anybody buried here. Mostly because if there had been anybody here, they would have already had fallen out of the side of the building.
Yeah, she'll like duck back.
Okay, you guys go back into the apartment and barely perceptible. You can hear the sound of sirens. Barely, like just barely starting, like far.
Sai's gonna point up at so like the hallway towards the turbo lift, but one floor up. He's pointing like up there. Can all of you make it up there?
Say from the edge to the top, you're looking at about 35 feet.
I don't have any powers to do anything. While they're like planning something, it looks like, can I actually run back in and is there, or with Tor, is there anything on his body or fake Tor?
And make an investigation check.
Okay. Yeah, 10.
10. A key card.
To this apartment building. Or is it just something else?
I don't know. It doesn't
Okay.
have. It doesn't have any like. It's just like a plain gray key card.
Okay, I'll just take it.
Okay. He's got also like obviously he has another blaster that he dropped, or had two blasters there, the two heavy blasters. You do find another small thermal detonator. That seems to be what he was reaching for to try and.
I
If
take it
someone's-
and I pocket it.
If someone's able to get up there, I've got a fiber cord that we could climb up
Okay.
with.
I can fly.
Okay.
Are you able to get up, Laura?
I mean, probably climbing.
You don't have like force jump or anything?
No.
All right.
What-
Akin, can you carry one of them with you? I'll carry the
Yeah, I
other.
can probably do that.
All right. We don't
Oh,
want to.
Sai, you have jump packs too, or jetpacks?
I do have jump jets, but I also have my wrist grapple, so
Okay.
I feel like that's probably going to be
We
the
have
most
done that
reliable way
before.
to get
It's
two
like
of us up.
part of our routine now.
Yeah. So I think between the two of us, we can each partner up and like Sal just wrist grapple up and pull one of them up with him. And,
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah, so we're up one floor and then in the hallway on the side of the turbo lift.
Mhm.
Are there any other like very tall buildings nearby this one, like close enough to know? So we do
No.
have to go down.
You,
and
you
out.
have to go down the turbo lift to get out of here. This building, this whole wall faces the lower the slum district. Basically, nothing goes up this high here. I think last time we had determined that this was particularly chosen because of its vantage point into the arena.
Yeah, it was like right over the arena. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a mile out.
Okay. Then we have to go down. I think it's best if we conceal our weapons and try to look as innocent as possible.
You all look a mess, by the way. Just so you know, you are covered head to
Covered
toe
in
in
dust.
dust and sweat. Like it's the sweat of the intensity of the action. So it's like starting to kind of like drip down a little bit, and so it just creates these little rivulets of muddy Duracrete powder.
Yeah. I got a way to cover mine. I don't know. You two wear cloaks, right? Could you maybe flip them inside out or something? Cover yourselves up?
I'm
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
She just seems super like shocked that all this is happening. She seems a little out of it.
Listen, Akura, I know this
What?
is intense, but we just need to walk out of here like we're innocent bystanders.
We're kind of not innocent. Or unless did Kelman do that or did you?
I did it.
Why did you do that?
Told him I would.
Uh, How many people were like hurt right now? Should we
I
like
don't know.
help them instead? Because that's kind of important.
If you want to go to jail.
I'd rather not find another battle to have to fight right now. It'd probably kill me, so.
And this is Nar Shaddaa. What do you think the prisons are like here if the criminals lock you up?
We do need to talk about this, but not here.
Okay, yeah. What do? I don't know how to look innocent. This is the worst. So
You go over, you're like pressing the button, like tick 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 tick.
Put your head up. Just don't show your face. We'll just walk.
Alcura, look at me. All right,
Yeah.
you're looking at it. Good job.
The instant snapshot of a driver's license where you're like,
I think once we're away from all the dust and stuff, I think I'll take like my water and just pour it over with permission, if Akin will allow it. To, like,
Yeah,
clean
no,
off
I was
his
going
armor.
to say I need help.
Yeah, at least the metal will like
Yeah.
empty our water packs on it and just kind of quickly clean him off. And then I'll activate a holographic disguise to look like a normal Rhodian citizen of Nar Shaddaa. And that's the
Okay.
last of my tech points for the day as well.
okay. You wait. And you wait. And you wait. And the elevator's not coming. Oh my gosh, Vix. There's a
Not
slow
like
motion. The slow
Not
motion
like this.
slow motion montage of like like I just imagine the slow motion
Silent
and the
rips off
music.
his shirt to use as a cloth, and it's like
It's like Akin pouring liquid on him, but he's still in armor, so it just bounces off and goes in all directions, making the biggest mess. Like it's supposed to be really. Anyway, yeah. The sirens are getting closer. The sirens get closer and closer, and the turbo lift hasn't arrived. You get to see the police shuttles arrive. Interestingly enough, the police shuttles here don't necessarily look uniform as they are coming up. Like, they look like they've been put together and shot at and repainted and maybe taken like salvage off of other like police car or other cars and like plastered it over, so like a door that's like mismatched. Like it's just, they look like they have had a time. But the emergency vehicles arrive. By this point, the several you can hear that there are people in the halls below, in the down, like even further and above, as they're like gathering around this space. And the turbo lift has not arrived, and you hear one of the officers call out to you guys.
Citizens, are you injured?
No.
No, we're okay. The floor just kind of collapsed under us.
Do you know if there were any signs of a struggle or a fight before the explosion?
We thought we heard blasters or something, but it wasn't clear until suddenly there was a big boom and we're all a little shaken up. Is there? Can you help us get down?
Stay back from the edge in case further structural damage is underway. Please stay back from the edge.
I'm not a I'm not a policeman. I don't know what they would actually say, but basically something like that. Just stay back, stay back, stay back. They kind of just direct you to stay closer to the door.
Are they like their shuttle is hovering inside this hole?
There's now like 3 or 4 of them that are now like trying to be around. Beautiful. Thank you for be not here, please, and thank you. That is exactly. But basically, they're just trying to keep everybody away from the edges so that they can try and begin rescue. There is a nervousness to everything that is happening, but I need all 4 of you to give me a performance check to try and keep your cool under this situation.
No. That's a 3.
3. All right, cool. Also, you have advantage because you have your Rhodian self.
Okay. That's lower.
Beautiful. Alkura.
You want performance, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 17.
Okay. Laura.
15.
Beautiful. Akin.
I got a 20.
Beautiful. Okay.
Can I use
Oh my
Shanks?
gosh.
If we double up on our human ability, we might be able to get you to a respectable number.
I got a 3, man. Like, are you sure?
I
Plus
I'm
2
just-
to plus 8, man.
Is it more of like a group check here, or?
It's a group thing. It's not necessarily like it was more of just like doing a group thing of like, and you guys can use these high numbers to obviously help each other out. So,
Sai wants to keep talking to the officer, and we're like, no, Sai.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what I was gonna say is that maybe this low roll kind of fits into what I was thinking about doing. Sai's like, just stand in front of me, cover me, and he's gonna try to slice the turbo lift to make it come.
it's been shut down.
Can I not forcibly activate it by slicing into the system?
You can definitely try.
I would like to try.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful.
Sai, what are you doing?
It's out of here.
If they shut it down, do you not think they'll notice if you turn it back on?
System glitched. I don't know what happened. It's going to be not quite as high as I was hoping for, but it is going to be 10.
Okay. Under most situations like this,
Oh, wait, sorry. It's 13. I didn't add my proficiency.
that's fine. Under most situations like this, lifts in giant buildings where there just was an explosion are shut down for safety reasons in case of structural integrity and such. There's no lift coming up right now. The DC was an 18 because it was really high because of it being shut down.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but like you do get the door does open and you see 80 floors of shaft that go all the way down and no visible movement at all.
How much of that fiber cord do you have, Laura?
50 feet.
I don't think that's gonna do it.
How many is that in stories?
We will say that it takes about an hour before the lifts start moving again. There aren't that part of you is surprised, part of you is not surprised. There's not that many questions that are asked. They do investigate the source of the explosion. You can see that there is some questions that like the security is kind of asking those around if they've heard anything, if they knew who lived there. No, it was like Airbnb basically. Like there was always different people coming in and going. It's rented out by Vac, the guy who lives down below, who nobody has seen. One by one, the people in the surrounding vicinity are basically told that they're going to need to evacuate until repairs are made. There is a quiet and awkward tension amongst the four of you, I would imagine, as you're watching people be taken onto like they basically have like an ambulance floating car that is kind of backed up as best as they can, and they are like helping people onto it to kind of shuttle them down to the lower floors. With the roles of performance that you got, you are able to successfully be brought aboard, taken down below. And again, it's one of those things where Alkura, in the back of your mind, why aren't they asking more questions? But then on the other side of it, you're also like, this is such a shady place. Things like this probably happen a lot more than you're beginning to imagine, because it's not that they're necessarily shaking this off. There's definitely going to be an investigation. By the time you guys get down to the bottom floor, you see that there are a couple of remnants that have been covered up at the bottom of people that had fallen and gathered what pieces remained together. You guys are let out. I think the only question that they really are asking is if you are like what apartment you guys lived in.
I don't remember what apartment we went to in this moment. Well, I guess it would have been 8 something, right?
Yeah, 80,000 something or other.
Yeah.
My question, I guess, basically is: are you saying that you were residents here, or that you were visiting?
Probably just
I
say
imagine visiting, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'd be visiting the 9th floor, not the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. They, say their sincerest apologies and, make sure that you are staying somewhere safe and that you'll leave some sort of contact information for when it is safe to return. You guys are let free into the streets.
All right. Well, given that I don't want to allude to who we actually are, we're not heading straight back to the ship. We'll head into town somewhere. Find somewhere, another kind of place that doesn't ask questions. There's not going to be any cameras. Somewhere we can have a conversation without being overheard.
Okay. You want to go to like a place of rest, like an inn or something, or do you want to go to like a cantina where it's a noisier place?
I think somewhere to rest if no one's in objection to that.
Okay. You can find a like I'll say a hospice, not hospice, like a hostel kind of place, a hotel, a motel.
I hope they're not hostile. Had enough of that.
But yes, you get
blow
to.
it up then if they're possible.
Yes, you
I
do
get
have
to one more.
You do get to a hotel where you can stay.
Yes, I will pay for whatever it costs for a big enough room to accommodate all of us.
Everybody, we'll say that like 15 credits for a night.
15? That's not bad.
It's
And
not
then-
nice, but it's a big enough space for everybody. So we'll say this is kind of lower districts, not necessarily slums, but like maybe just like one step up from.
Yeah, once we're all inside, doors locked and everything. A very quick, just look around, make sure, we're not being
Investigation,
observed
cool.
or anything. Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
investigation or perception, whichever one you're. If you're like, you don't see any
Probably
cameras.
investigation
That
for
one's
me.
pretty.
That's going to be a 20.
Okay. Then this is also, let's say if you're using investigation, this is also checking, make sure that there are no listening devices in the room. Like it's a little more physical based. So checking for two-way mirrors or any sort of like transponders that would be relaying whatever is happening in here. And you probably find one as like an audio like receiver, but it's not. It's more akin to a baby monitor, like in case of a emergency breaking out, less so like they were listening in, but just kind of
Right.
that
Well,
kind of scenario.
Fair enough. Well, I have just to be sure, I do have an at-will power of on-off. I'm going to just make sure it's set to off.
Heard. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm sorry for everything that happened back there. I think I lost my cool a little bit. Doesn't normally happen to me.
Yeah, what was that?
I thought we'd be talking, and then he walks in with Tor, and Tor's shooting at me, and I couldn't get him to just listen. Told him I'll blow him in the hallway up if he doesn't put his weapon down and talk, and he tried to cut my fucking hand off. Excuse my language. But I don't know, I lost it. Tactically, it was the right decision, but
I don't agree with that. You could have just
Whoa.
shot the guy.
we'd have been shooting at him all freaking night.
So the casualties are just not a big deal to you?
I didn't say that. But they're on me, not on you. I made a bad call. People suffer because of it, and I'll live with it. I can't take it back.
What, did you like forget that it would hurt a bunch of people when you did, or did you remember?
I didn't think about that in the moment. I honestly didn't expect the building to crumble like it did.
I mean, you've had them before. That's what explosives do.
Remember the ship? This is like a vivid flashback of the ship going like.
Oh man.
You're right. I didn't consider all the outcomes. I just didn't. Like I said, I lost my cool.
I understand. Because I also lost mine a little, realizing that it wasn't Tor. Seeing him for the first time in years was shocking, and then it not being him. I'm just worried about what happened to him if that isn't him. Where is he?
Yeah, that's kind of... Yeah. That's what's going through my head, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Even now. Even after what I've done. Maybe it makes me a terrible person, but I can't even think about the people I hurt. All I'm thinking about is what happened to Tor. Where is he? What did they do to him?
I'll think about them then.
Just remember, that wasn't your fault. Okay? That was mine.
Don't do that again. Promise me.
Yeah, I was just thinking, he reaches into his bag and just puts it out on the table. Maybe someone else ought to hold on to this until we find Tor, because I might do it again.
Akin
Wow.
will
Love it.
grab.
He's like, I'll take this.
Mhm.
Kelman was supposed to be the center of all this. Remember my vision?
I know. I wanted to talk to him. I tried.
We could have knocked him out.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's so many other options.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to find new leads, I guess.
Okay,
think
I
that
know the
guy's-
force is magical, but it's not one of those things like say a vending machine, and I can just keep pulling up new possibilities. I mean, maybe I can. I can try, but that's besides the point.
Well, actually, hold on.
Oh, I never tried that before. No, Atkins, sorry, you were gonna say something.
Oh, I was just gonna say I don't think that guy's gonna get us into the fight anymore either. If I had to guess.
I mean, we were supposed to protect him and his cousin. That was the whole reason why we came.
Well, they're safe from him now.
Didn't we say his cousin?
We don't know where they are.
They weren't in the hallway. I can tell you that much.
Hope they weren't riding the turbo lift down.
I don't know how good it is to dwell on this right now. We need to figure out a step forward. I know there's a lot to process, but seeing as we're all injured and we don't know our next steps, and it sort of feels like there's a timeline.
Hmm.
Does anyone want some healing? I still have some
I do
power
too.
in me.
I really only took the one hit.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe I'll then heal myself.
She's like, okay, this is fine.
Those guys were good, by the way. I don't know if you realize this. Normally, I don't get shot.
Normally, I don't get to this close to death, so I really
This
feel
Kelman guy, he moved like an assassin. Like, he moved like the real Tor.
Yeah. Maybe we need to find some assassin guilds or something here.
I
mean,
found
this
this
is
on the guy's
Marshall.
body, and I just like throw the key card on the table in between us.
Well, that's something. I can maybe scan the data on it, see if there's anything that might point to where our next lead is.
Someone should go out and try to find a way into that arena.
Yeah, based on what we found, there's probably already explosives all over the place.
Yeah.
We don't even need to deal with them ourselves if we can just make someone aware that they're there.
Well, I mean, I know how to disarm them. If we can find some of them.
You know how to disarm? Like, really?
Yeah. Demolitions kit proficiency, and I have it.
Why have you never told me about this skill? Do you know how many things we could have blown up by now?
Well,
You know. All right. Well, then maybe we can deal with it ourselves. But we would need a hell of a cover story to be in there looking for bombs.
yeah.
Or we could just pass along the message and focus on other stuff. Potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty persuasive. I can go and talk to someone if they need to talk to someone. I kind of need a walk or something anyway. So,
Are you hurt?
thanks, Laura.
Problem.
Can we pause? We're trying to get into the arena to see the fight, right?
Partly, we were also trying to find Kelman and just track down like where her parents are in general,
Yeah.
and like where the real tour is. It's kind of like vague, like
Okay.
There's a lot of things we want to
directions.
see there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, we can't just casually sit in the stands watching a fight when we know there's explosives rigged all over the place.
Mhm.
No, that's true.
Even assuming Kelman's dead, which I assume he is, we don't know he's the only trigger man.
Would that key card lead to Tor's original ship?
Maybe.
Maybe there's more info on that. I don't know.
After everything we've been through, maybe it's best if we took an actual rest. Head out there with clearer heads.
Refocus.
As hard as it is to do nothing after everything. And Alkurai, I get you want to clear your head. We can give you space, but the thought of you walking around out there on your own concerns me with everything going on.
Yeah.
And I hate that I put you in this position. I feel like I let you down most of all.
I just need to think about it for a little bit.
You want some company?
Yeah, just give me some time. So I just got to think about this.
Yeah. Well,
I still love
Sai's
you and
gonna-
stuff.
He pulls his sleeve up to like reveal the friendship bracelet she made him. Not taking it off, so you're kind of stuck with me. And then he's gonna go open up his slicer's kit and try to get any data he can off this key card.
Gonna be all right, Laura?
Laura's gonna nod and be like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure he's okay though. And she's just gonna sort of go in where Sai is and sort of sit down, just like rest her hand on him for a little bit, and then like an encouraging sort of like, I get it, and not say anything.
I think after like a while, I don't know how long it's going to take to actually pull data from the card, but I think he didn't enjoy the company and the silence until it bubbles over a little bit. And he's just like, well, at least you knew who I was and you're okay with it. I don't know if she ever will be again.
We left, right? We're on a little walkie.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got it.
yeah,
split,
yeah, yeah,
split
yeah.
up a little bit. Yeah.
We're like
She's like right next to you, going.
Don't talk about me.
Gossiping is rude.
There are hard truths about each person, and I mean, she's come to be okay with, well, okay as much as possible, okay with my dark side use here and there when necessary. So,
Yeah.
even if it's something she doesn't like, in that moment, you know, if it was her parent that she saw, would she have done the same thing? Would she have lost her
No.
cool?
That's just it. She wouldn't, though.
We don't know that.
I do. She's incredible person. She made me want to be a better person. She's the only one who ever looked at me like I was a good person since I left Cabre. And I probably lost that. I'll still protect her, of course, till the day I die, but I don't know. That dream that I was living in, where I was just a good, protective big brother, it's over.
Don't brothers mess up here and there?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, the very thought that mine did
Yeah.
is what drove me a little bit insane today.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is he didn't. He never has.
Hmm.
At least not as far as I'm concerned.
But he might think that. So let's be open-minded and see what she says. Because I don't think it was anything that could damage it permanently. Because you are trying and you are protecting her. And so that has to count for something. Can't erase everything.
No. No, it won't, I'm sure. She's probably too good a person to abandon me anyway, but
Yeah, I don't see her going anywhere.
I'm just, I don't know. I doubt I'll ever be that person in her eyes again.
We'll see. It was shocking, though, that I was so hoping it was Tor.
Yeah.
Where is he? Is Nimi okay? The rest of them?
I don't know. Someone's bold enough to be wearing his face around, then I can only assume that they've got him.
Mm-hmm. Which makes me feel like I'll be a little bit more on edge. So if you guys need to do something to get me back at some point, do it.
I appreciate you saying that, but with the way I've been feeling, I'm more likely to just turn you loose on them.
Okay, well, good to know.
You know, like the old days.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you don't take the enabler shopping with you.
like, don't worry, we'll be good.
Trying to
Be
make
as
that
good as we
decision.
can be.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
If
And,
the conversation goes quiet, she's gonna try and rebalance herself. But I feel like it would be a little bit more difficult because she would use a dark power force. Dark force power, whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice. Does this not have? We switch over to one of the walkways along the outside of this place as you guys are like walking just down one of the streets. You can see like some of the air traffic is now, the evening is starting to settle in, and you have somewhat quiet moment aside from the hundreds of people that are just continuing about their day or their evening now. And as you guys have been walking and you're seeing this, we'll say that this is not necessarily within sight of that building. You see that building still because you probably didn't travel that far away from it because you're still wanting to be somewhat close to the arena, I'm assuming. So you pick a spot that's like in the general vicinity of. But you see that there are people going about their lives, Alkura, and maybe this is a thought that occurs to you, maybe it's not. Something tells me that there is, in the processing of everything that has happened, that is happening. All these people are still going about their lives. And there's like the occasional looking up into the horizon behind you, occasionally turning over, like turning back the way you had come and seeing that large sky rise. And even though you can't see the crater on that particular side of it, seeing that building and how it's like, how is nobody caring? How is nobody looking over there or talking about it? You do see, we'll say, on maybe a couple of the local Hollow news about, random explosion in the high rise this afternoon as we try to figure out what to do. They're talking about it. You see a couple of Hollow like images go pan by, and like the crater as like the police vehicles are there, and as they're like taking people into the thing, and like even though you don't see yourself, like you were there, like you see the view of those little droids that had taken the footage from earlier. You can see the people that maybe you did see, get into the ambulance van and get taken down to safety. So it is this harsh reminder of hours earlier, and you're watching all these people that don't even give it a second glance at the news, and how wild and dangerous this galaxy truly is. If something like this that has affected even a small portion, the callousness and coldness that this galaxy has towards life kind of is there, like replaying itself in the back of your mind, I would imagine. At least in my head.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And honestly, like as she's like walking with Akin, she just says, like she's probably like really quiet and like for a few minutes, but she'll eventually go, when I meditated on this whole place, the thing that, I mean, you can feel it everywhere, but here especially, it just felt really dark here. Like, so dark. And there's so many people that are hurting, but it's like they don't even realize they're hurting because it's so normal for them. I didn't know what it meant until I just like vaguely point in the direction. Oh, you're muted.
Am I?
There, now you're good.
Oh shit, okay. Yeah, these people are... He kind of looks around, born in darkness. Their lives are ruled by crime lords and huts. Most of them don't have much of a chance. And they know it. They keep living.
I just don't get why more people don't like stop it or not. I mean, you didn't agree with him, right? Like, that was wrong.
No. Yes. He's clearly more of a loose cannon than I thought.
He's normally not. I think that's why it surprised me. I mean, I've been with him for a couple years now. Like, I was even like cheering on the threat because I thought it was just a threat. I didn't think it was real.
Yeah, I thought that too. Sometimes I don't know him as well as you do. People make bad decisions. You say he seems like a good man to you. He seems like this is out of character for him.
Yeah. I mean, he's shady for sure, but like, you know, not like too shady.
Well, he seems to care about you an awful lot. He might be trying to be better than he is, which could be a step in the right direction.
Trying to be better than he is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, I don't know. People aren't good or bad, right? Good people do bad things. Bad people do good things.
well,
And
people can
sometimes,
change.
well, right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think maybe he was in a dark place and then something changed and maybe now he's trying to be better. But today, he lost his cool.
Have you ever lost your cool? Like that?
Not like that, but I mean, you've seen me. I'm not exactly a good man either.
Oh, why? I wouldn't say that at all.
I'm a Mandalorian kid.
Oliver says they're pretty cool. I don't know.
Pretty cool and pretty mean is the other word.
Oh. I haven't talked to too many aside from you, so.
Yeah. I'm one of the most polite out of all of us.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good to know. Because I would just kind of treat them all like how I treat you.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna be friends like immediately. But it'll like
It might, I mean,
Yeah.
there's no reason anyone would attack you unless there was well, I guess there is a bounty on your head, probably, isn't there?
probably.
But also, I mean, I've seen you kill people. Not like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
we're on a
it's-
knife's edge, right?
maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's so confusing. It was way
Yeah.
easier when before I left home. I just I just don't want to regret what we're doing
Well,
ever.
yeah. I understand that. What are we doing? What would you say we're doing?
I thought for a while we were just helping people that needed it, kind of, and like also making money, you know, but and then I don't know, ever since the whole thing happened with my parents, it's just been super confusing.
Yeah.
We had like a system, and like now it's like not like that anymore. And like I have so many feelings, I don't know what to do with them. And like this kind of felt like the last straw. Like I've been able to keep my cool this whole time, but like if I can't trust Sai to like keep his cool, like what am I supposed to trust then? If I can't trust like anything else really, you know, like even like their safety, like my parents' safety or people not going too far. I mean, people are a lot worse than I thought. Like it's just a lot. I don't know what to do with it.
Well, I think you can trust yourself.
Maybe.
You seem like you've got a pretty good perspective. You seem like you've got a good heart.
I try.
Yeah. That's all you can do. I have the bombs now, so
I have one too. I like show like
how did you get that?
Like Thor had it on his body. I definitely wasn't gonna like show anyone though, but do you want it or should I just hold on to it? I don't know what to do with it.
It's probably good if one person doesn't have all the bombs.
Yeah, good point.
We'll keep Sai away from explosives for a little while.
For now, yeah. On probation.
He's
or
on
something.
probation. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you think that there's a good man in there somewhere, then how he reacts to this is very important. If it's callous, if it's pushing it aside, that should worry you. If the man that you think is in there is regretting his actions, then that's something you can work with, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot like my mom, honestly. That's how
Say
she
again?
thinks a lot. That sounds a lot like my mom, honestly. That's how she thinks a lot.
Hmm.
That's how my dad left Cremora. Really. So.
Oh.
And she was also so hot, but like that's besides the point.
I'm sure she was.
He was also so hot.
I mean, who wouldn't leave, you know, their lifelong promise to an order that they had dedicated, I don't know, everything to?
You can tell Helker is heavily romanticized this in her head her whole childhood.
Agon is just not saying a word about the fact that about like what her dad probably would have done in Cremora.
Okay. Thank you for talking. That helped.
Anytime.
Are you good? You need anything? Another bomb. That's about all I can offer.
I'm irritated at the inefficiency of the tactical decisions that are being made.
Yeah.
But that is that's a different kind of thing.
Yeah. Hopefully something we can fix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You want to go get ice cream?
Oh my gosh, yes. I do want to get ice cream.
Just jealous over here.
We'll get
Right.
enough to bring back.
Don't
We
worry.
have ours. Sai just pulls out Rhodian whiskey from his
Yeah.
bag.
Laura, you can always order on Utini Eats, you know, like you get a Jawa to come bring you whatever you want.
We do both speak Java.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Sai and Lore. Sai, you work on the like trying to decrypt whatever you can from the key card. Make for me a tech check, please.
Yeah, absolutely. That is going to be a very solid 20. 25.
Nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you a location of like what this opens per se, but there are a number of clearance codes that have been programmed into this thing. It's not necessarily a all hands pass. I will say the type of clearance codes that are on here, most of them open doors, but one is a ship key. So there's that. Lore. Give me a... Oh my gosh, what do we use for Arcana? What was that again? It's not a lore. Is there the Arcana? I always forget because I'm like trying to think of what is force power, but I want to say
Yeah, there really isn't one for force power.
there's-
Like
Yeah.
tech basically is the Arcana
yeah.
of this world.
So then we're going to use wisdom, whatever wisdom modifier. Is that your highest one or is it intelligence?
Wisdom and dexterity is my.
So wisdom then. Use your wisdom and add proficiency. Whichever one you want to use in there. Perception, I guess, is because you are doing a guiding meditation.
22.
22. Oh, okay. Very nice. Let's turn this off. What do we have? Okay. You focus in on yourself, trying to center yourself from the events earlier today. There is a darker shadow in your mind. It is not necessarily one that you feel overcome with or anything, but you have noticed that when you tend to lean towards these dark side senses, these darker abilities, a shadow grows in your mind. And it's not necessarily overwhelming, it's not taking you or anything like that, but there is a thing there. And you try to navigate it, try to parse it so that it stays separate and doesn't seem to overwhelm you, which is good. But it's so easy. The moment that you felt that mind was not familiar, that moment that you realized that you were being lied to, that emotion bubbled up so quick. You didn't even give it a second thought. You remember the teachings of the Jedi for as young as you were. They always referred to those things as seductions because they were so easy to fall into, so easy to wrap around your mind. It is almost second nature to most people. It truly is a challenge to focus on the light. But this is not your job. This is not your responsibility. You react as needed and do what must be done, regardless if it is light or dark. And in that moment, it felt like the appropriate action. And there maybe is a little bit of maybe not a war inside of you, but there is that split decision, that part of you that's like, yeah, but it shouldn't have been that easy. But you got the job done. And there's almost like good lore, bad lore, like kind of conversation going on. It is not necessarily like a whole ass conversation, but it is just in that, like, you reason one way only to re-reason another way. And so it kind of goes back and twists in and around itself. So is this balance? Is this what it means to feel a center in the Force? The do what must be done, but at what cost? Whatever cost it takes. But is that right, though? Does it matter? What is right? And it navigates back and forth. I'm going to say that I'm going to let you choose to keep that shadow there. Not overtake it, not that it consumes you or grows stronger, but you keep that shadow there, or do you push it away?
I'm gonna keep it there for now.
Okay. Beautiful.
Just a little more susceptible with the whole
Yeah.
sport.
Yeah, just in case, right? Like, there was strength there. Had you not done that, how much worse could things have been for you and Okura? No, this was a good thing. It would have been worse. And you stopped it. Right? ... Okura, walking around with Akin and having spoken to him, helped. The world is a dark place. Not just this world, but the galaxy in general. Maybe despite, maybe not. Do you feel that your viewpoint needs to change to accept a harsher reality? Or do you feel stronger ties to your stance that this was not that the means don't always justify the ends, I think is the phrase.
Yeah. I definitely think, like, especially after talking with Akin, she's thinking a lot about, like, what her parents and, like, specifically her mom taught her a lot of, like, there's always good in people. There's always a chance to draw it out. Like, they won't always accept it.
Right.
But there is always good. And especially feeling like how dark it is here and, like, the reaction and everything. And honestly, a session back, like, helping our friend recover from, like, you know, being an addict, and, like, it seemed like he had a new start. Like, it seems even more, like, grounded in her now than ever. It's like, we could make a difference for good, but today we made a difference for bad. And that was not okay and we could have done it better. So she's definitely like way more grounded in her stance than before.
Awesome.
She feels pretty convicted. Maybe it was more of like a grim like reality to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is what it looks like. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't know it'd look like this, you know?
Akin, as you and Alkura meander, we'll say, because it's not really like with purpose. It's just kind of like you meander back with your blue milk ice cream. Through the crowd, as the clouds start to cover for the night, and there's definitely a little bit of what is the word? A little bit of the sensation of rain. It's not quite the smell of wet in the air, but it's that sensation of like impending rain. You can kind of feel it. Even through your armor, you just feel that like, oh, it's going to be raining soon. Probably need to at least walk under cover until you get back. And it seems like the general populace too kind of starts to hurry their step as they're going about their way. Through a part in the crowd, you see your wife. Not with armor, but just dressed as a regular person. A blaster carbine at her side. A satchel around her bag. And she's like walking with purpose. This stop of your heart mid-bite. You see her pull up a hood from her jacket as she kind of just like looks around, pulls up a hood. And a badge on her arm. The Crymora badge. She like darts in and out of the crowd up ahead. What do you do?
I guess I'll look to Alcora.
This is good ice cream, huh?
Hey, I just saw one of the clones.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You dart after.
Yeah.
And that is where we're going to end for tonight.
Oh shit.
We split the party up.
We did.
Oh my goodness.
Next session's just going to be Lauren Sai sleeping in the hotel while these
Oh,
two
that's
go
really
ahead.
sad.
Roll for comfy bed.
Oh my
Thank
god.
God, Bix.
I gotta catch up now. Oh, this is true. This is true. That's for every single sessions.
This ice cream is the bomb.
No. Those girls like during a conversation about good and bad. I know. This is true. Yeah. Watch Atkins blow something up now.
He has the other detonator too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Perfect.
got the detonator. Something pisses him off now.
It's a real test to see if Akin can act like high and mighty after this, or if he's also...
Temptations. Oh my gosh, that was.
It would be funny if Aaron just slowly tempted us all into the dark side. We just slowly.
What do you
become-
think I'm here for? You thought that this was just gonna be a smash and grab, guns blazing kind of situation? Come on.
little bit, yeah.
Have you clearly you've never watched our streams before. I gotta go
I stopped
deep.
watching after the kissing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, that's when all the best temptation happens, actually, is after the kissing.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Sultan Ash. Thank you. Yes,
You're
definitely.
here.
This has a little bit of everything. It has a bingo card, and he has one square on it for each of you blowing up something with casualties. Oh my gosh!
At first, there was a point where I was like, I feel like I have to preface like I'm not mad at you, Shanks. Like it's just Alcura, but we fight so much in our other game. I was like, I feel like he knows.
I know. Yeah. No, we're cool.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
So funny.
All right, guys. Well, man, this had a little bit of everything. We had some combat, we had some drama, we had some amazing conversations, and yeah, this is.
And we had a party split.
We had a party split.
We've never done that, I don't think yet. Have we?
Not extended. I think
like
it was
Not like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
No.
not
Not like this.
So,
not like
it'll be
Not
interesting.
like this.
Don't worry. We'll have stuff. I got plans. But yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got something to attack us with at the
The
hotel while
more
you're
he
gone
says
too.
don't
Like,
worry, the more you should worry.
Yeah. Well,
I
I feel like-
secretly had a fourth detonator now.
I got you now.
Building in this goddamn city.
Oh my gosh. Beautiful.
Well, Narshada in general.
Yeah, that's fine. Just Death Star.
It is
that
Narshada.
sucks.
There's probably a
Frieza.
detonator store across the street. So
Probably. There's definitely.
It is members only.
Also
But
I
that.
can
next
look like
door
one of
is
their
not.
members.
Yeah.
It's just more expensive.
Oh my gosh. All right, beautiful. All right. Yeah. So tune in. We can't wait for Happy Almost May the 4th. Yeah, that's coming up soon. Yeah, super exciting. Watching all of the announcements that are coming out of Celebration right now. We have a ton of people that are from our Saber Guild that have been posting a bunch of pictures all together over in Japan, and it is not. I'm not jealous. It's fine. No, not jealous at all.
I'm jealous.
I mean, I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it is really dope. I'm excited to see all of the things that are coming our way. I saw something about a Darth Maul animated thing happening, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, I saw that earlier. The welcome Ryan Gosling to our crazy fandom as now. Yeah, I'm so excited to have him as a star pilot, as a fighter pilot. It looks like so. I want to see him and Poe go head to head. That would be amazing.
And then
Or
also
compete.
pilot against each other.
Oh, that too. Also fair. Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what the next couple of years bring up. Andor is coming out next week, so looking
is
forward.
it? Oh,
yeah,
I know.
season
Okay,
two's
that's
season two's next week. So that's on Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday. So that should be fun. Looking forward. Maybe we'll start up the good old watch party like we used to. I don't know. We'll have to see what we can get going there. But yeah, we'll see you guys next Tuesday for, I don't know, maybe I'll just maybe we'll just have a Discord watch party that night instead of streaming.
3 episodes they're releasing.
Yeah, they're doing, and I love that they're doing that. Like they're doing the 3 episode at a time thing, because then it's like if you want to watch a bunch of stuff, you can watch a bunch of stuff. If you want to spread it out, you have stuff to last you for the week until the next batch comes out, because then you can space it out or whatever. So it's not like you have the whole thing to burn through in a week, and then you're like, well, that was my whole 3 years of waiting for this season. I'll have to wait again forever. So looking forward
Isn't
to
there
that.
only going to be 2 seasons?
Yeah, this is final season.
Yeah.
And then what else? Visions? Not Visions. Visions at the end of the year. Tales of the Underworld comes out, I think, in May as well. So we get to see some Cad Bane and some oh my gosh, what was her name? Dooku's apprentice for a little bit.
Oh, Ventress.
Ventress. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
So hacking good times. But yeah. All right. Well, until we see each other again, stay fey, be brave, and may the force be with you. Check out Marquee Gaming on Sundays. We'll see you guys on Top Down Tabletop on Tuesdays. Wednesdays we'll have Vampire. Thursdays we'll have Age of Intervention. And so on and so forth. The stories continue through Twitch universe. Wahaha. And until then, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.